whose side are you on?
There is no doubt which side the folks here in Pittsburgh are on tonight. This is a serious rivalry between the Panthers and the Mountaineers. A sellout here at the Petersen Event Center. Throwdown Thursday presented by IBM, all a part of Rivalry Week presented by Cisco Systems. Two teams having great. West Virginia Mountaineers are unbeaten at the turn right now in the Big East play, 8-0. And the Panthers not too shabby themselves, 6-3 in the league, 17-3 overall on the season. Hi, everybody. Dan Shulman and Dick Vitale with you. This is a big-time game. These folks are fired up about it. West Virginia off their Elite Eight performance last year, getting it done again with the likes of Pittsnoggle and Mike Ganser.
Well, you talk about Pittsburgh, you talk about certainly a team that's physical. You talk about West Virginia, you go inside, outside. Mr. Ganser's a do-it-all player. He's an outstanding wing player, not the inside, but his game is shooting the three. They are a great combination who knows how to win. Remember, they lost 2 times in a row, Pittsburgh to West Virginia. West Virginia made 24 threes in those 2 games.
Now, the Panthers, they were thought maybe not to be in a rebuilding mode, but maybe not as much of a contender as they've been this year. How are they getting it done?
Well, they're getting it done certainly very physical. They got great camaraderie. And also, Mr. Krause came back, and that was a big plus. And Aaron Gray is the most improved player in the nation. The big fella is a double-double guy. He has 12 games that he's had a double-double in.
Going to focus on the 2 centers. Kevin Pittsnoggle really had a breakout game against Pittsburgh last year down in Morgantown. Followed it up with another great game here. 49 points in all and 2 West Virginia wins over Pittsburgh. And you talked about Aaron Gray, Dick. He has gone from being a role player to becoming one of the best big men in the Big East.
Yeah, he really is. He's consistently a double-double guy in Big East action, averaging better than 16 points a game and 11 rebounds. What an atmosphere. The Oakland Zoo has been on fire. Trust me, I know they gave me an unbelievable. I mean, they had a blast with those kids.
I'll tell you about unbelievable. They've been playing basketball against one another for 100 years. This is the first. Both teams have been ranked coming into a meeting.
I'm mad at you.
What did I do?
You didn't save me with all those kids jumping all over me, man. You were supposed to protect me. Brad Messler would protect me.
Every man for himself.
Hey, welcome having you back. I know you had that surgery.
Thank you.
It's great. You look great. Happy 39 as well.
Thank you. Boy, you're all over it.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh in white, West Virginia in blue. Just about an hour's drive separating these 2 schools up and down Highway 79. The school uses as a barometer for how their season went.
There's that 1-3-1 zone. John Beilein plays.
And the best shooter, perhaps, that Pittsburgh has, Ronald Ramon, buries the 3.
And Ramon's been handling the ball a lot more. He's the guy that's taken the ball away from Krause. Krause's basically moved over to the second guard slot.
Pittsburgh's a man-to-man team, and they're going to stay in that, especially against West Virginia. You can't play zone against them. All 5 guys on the floor. Mike Ganser. A little bit long, and Gray taps the rebound to Krause.
Well, you know one thing, West Virginia is not a rebounding team. Great ball movement.
Levon Kendall from Aaron Gray, 5-0 Panthers.
Kendall's the glue guy, had 40. I said, you beat our Americans when they upset them in the World Championship games.
Down in Argentina, he's from Vancouver, British Columbia, had the game of his life against Team USA.
There's that ball movement you watch. Look at all the
Snoggle, a little bit short on the 3, and J.D. Collins, all by his lonesome, wraps up the rebound. That's one of the big matchups. Aaron Gray's not used to playing somebody out around the 3-point line.
Well, he's going to have to chase him. They're going to start him out. Ultimately, I think you'll see Kendall chasing him.
Here's Frank Young, and he misses the 3. The Mountaineers make more than 10 threes per game. That is second in the nation. They made 20 against Marquette earlier this year, a Big East record.
Well, they've shot 611. Their opponents 300.
5-0 Pittsburgh. John DeGroat takes a bump. A little bit strong on the layup. Gray in there for the rebound, and it comes out to Ganser, who has put himself into contention for Big East Player of the Year this year. That's how good he's been this season.
Well, you talk to Jim Calhoun, he certainly sings his praises. A lot of competition for that, but he is a really terrific player. Very versatile. He can do so many things on the floor. Shoot, handle.
Leads the league in 3-point percentage, second in field goal percentage, second scoring. Pittsnoggle a miss as we check out head coach Jamie Dixon. His third year since taking over for Ben Howland. Now starting to get his players into the program, proving that he's not just living off Howland's success. And John Beilein had a bit of a mess to clean up when he took over, and he has turned this West Virginia program around remarkably quickly.
Well, last year they became the darling, certainly in Morgantown. 2-on-1, nice pass.
The steal for Gansey.
Oh, what a defensive play. Kendall made a great play. He's the glue guy.
And at the other end, DeGroat with a travel. What hustle by Kendall on what looked like a sure layup for...
What a run they had last year down there in Morgantown. People will go bananas. There's the anticipation, the steal. Good execution, but Kendall comes back, has the good angle with the left hand. He definitely gets the ball. Good block.
You know, the funny part about them last year, West Virginia, Dick, at about this point of the season, they were 2-6 in Big East play. They were playing Pittsburgh. As J.D. Collins misses a three, Dior Fisher, the starting center, was sick.
Right.
So Pittsnoggle went into the starting lineup, scored 27. He made it all the way to the Big East Tournament Championship game and made it all the way to the Elite Eight in the NCAAs.
Well, got beat by Louisville after having a 20-point lead. Rick Pitino's kids came all the way back, but had that classic with Wake Forest, eliminated them, and Chris Paul.
Double overtime game.
The second round in the Sweet 16 beat Bobby Knight's Texas Tech Raiders.
Gray with a handoff for Ramon. He got in trouble, and another turnover. West Virginia forces a ton of turnovers. People aren't used to playing against that 1-3-1.
Yeah. They put the little guy in the back of the 1-3-1.
Here's the little guy Collins on the drive. Air now muscles it in strong, but missed again, and West Virginia can't buy one.
Air Bears started 116 consecutive games coming into tonight.
Kendall, bounce pass inside. Gray hits the floor. Big guy comes up with it, then lost it.
Pittsnoggle's the daddy now. He's a little diaper dandy at home.
That's right. His son Quincy was born just 6 days ago. Then he went out the next afternoon, and played a game for the Mountaineers.
He scored 12 against Cincinnati. Yeah. Quincy spelled a little different.
That's right.
Nice cut without the ball.
And there's Gansey. Doesn't get it, but he will draw the fouls when we come back. Pittsburgh leading in the early going. One of the best rivalries the Big East has to offer. It's the Panthers and the Mountaineers getting at it here at the Pete's.
I thought we were here for a meeting.
We are.
So why are you on your laptop?
I'm emailing you. Check your inbox.
Now?
Now.
We can talk.
Is our network?
I'll check my inbox.
Privacy, powered by Cisco.
Are we going to that bed and breakfast?
No.
No. Oh, are we going skiing?
No.
How about a day spa?
Nope.
Are we going apple picking?
No. Just relax. Trust me.
Is that a bull?
Free weekends at Avis. Rent for a week and get a free weekend to go out and do something totally unexpected. Just another way we try harder.
Come on now, come on. Ha! Yes!
Lasso lessons. Good one.
Hot dogs and soda at the game, $16. Movie tickets and a popcorn, $22. Mints and a diet soda, $3.25. The new trick at the checkout line, priceless. For a whole new way to pay, MasterCard introduces PayPass. Amazingly faster and safer than cash.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Cisco, changing the way people work, live, play, and learn. Innovation powered by Cisco. Avis, we try harder.
They call it the backyard brawl. Pittsburgh and West Virginia. The Panthers up 5-0 early. Don't take our word for what this rivalry means. Let the players tell you what it means to them.
It's been a big rivalry as far as football, big rivalry with basketball. You know, West Virginia fans hate Pitt fans, and Pitt fans feeling mutual.
You know, it's just two teams that, you know, are always great year in, year out, and, you know, it's one of those just battles every year.
It's a game that when people come out to see it, you know, they're not going to go away disappointed.
Great teams playing, great atmosphere every game, no matter where we're playing at, their place or our place. And this year we're both ranked, so it's even better.
What a year in athletics they've had down in West Virginia. The football team had a terrific year. Rich Rodriguez lost one game to Virginia Tech. They won in Sugar Bowl. They beat Georgia. Did a phenomenal job. Basketball, John Beilein. Great story about John Beilein and the program I read today, ESPN.com by Pat Forty. Pat Forty did a terrific job. Documented how this team was put together. Gansey as a transfer player. The kid Herbert was going to visit Richmond. And all of a sudden they said, hold it up. I'm being interviewed down choice. John Beilein. Bobby Huggins was the first choice. That was his alma mater. Dan Dockage had the job after 7 days, goes back to Bowling Green, and what a choice they made in John Beilein. The guy is terrific.
John Beilein came from Richmond, and he had recruited Herbert to play there along with his son Patrick Beilein, who's the sixth man on this team now, and J.D. Collins.
Right.
And then here's Gansey with the ball, the transfer from St. Bonaventure's in the Big East. Pittsnoggle was a guy who came out of the state of West Virginia, not that highly acclaimed, not a top 50 prospect or anything, but John Beilein, who's as nice a guy as you'll ever meet, has done an outstanding job because he got rid of some undesirable players, some guys who he didn't think fit into the program, and within 3 years has turned this team into a national contender. They were that close to the Final Four last year.
And he also has a terrific recruiting class coming in. He told me on the phone, and speaking to him, he said, we're getting into the door with kids that we never thought we'd get into. I mean, they're getting people assigned now. Kid Barwinkle, Jacob Green, Joe Mazzulla, Wellington Smith, Cam Thoroughman. I mean, these guys are all really legit players who are going to help that program.
Because the guys they're playing, their top 6, 5 of them are seniors, so it's going to be a brand new team for the Mountaineers next year. Ramon off a feed from Krauser, his second 3 of the game.
You can't allow Ramon to shoot that jump shot. He got it right in the seam. They're trying to break up that 1-3-1 by going 2-1-2, a little odd even, or even odd. Coach
Ramon, a 41% three-point shooter on the season.
They try matching up out of the zone. Pittsburgh, you know you're going to see tough man-to-man defense.
Gone are Chevy Troutman and Chris Taft from last year, but Aaron Gray has stepped up huge, and they're a little more guard-oriented now than they've been in the past.
I like this team better than last year. I think they have better chemistry, and I love their young kids off the bench. We talk Fields and Young.
Pittsnoggle wide right on the 3. Offensive rebound, Gansey. Pittsnoggle again. And another offensive rebound for the Mountaineers.
And that's a rarity. They're being out-rebounded by a margin of 9.4.
Unbelievable. Whereas Pittsburgh is one of the best rebounding teams in the country. That's a huge thing to keep an eye on tonight.
But the three-point shooting makes up for that deficiency.
And also the turnovers. They don't commit many, and they turn you over. It's amazing that a team can be this good when they get beaten by 9 on the glass per game.
And last time they played here, last year, both teams between 70-66 win for West Virginia.
Herbert misses a 3, and the Mountaineers are ice cold. They don't have a field goal yet in this game. All of their points are on free throws.
0 for 8. Really frigid.
Benjamin out of control. Offensive foul on Keith Benjamin.
The one beauty, though, about West Virginia, they're going to continue to shoot the 3. Think of West Virginia, I think of, yes, the logo, the NBA logo, Jerry West. You think about Rod Thorne, who does a great job as an administrator with the Nets. You think about Hot Rod Hundley.
All those guys playing in the late 50s and early 60s, the glory era basketball. Now Benjamin standing out of bounds when he caught the ball. Subs coming in as Sam Young, a terrific freshman, number 23 for Pittsburgh, has checked into the game, along with Terrell Biggs, a 6'8 freshman out of Nanuet, New York. And for West Virginia, the coach's son, number 3, Patrick Beilein, who's in range as soon as he steps onto the floor. This is him with the ball now.
Well, he's the career three-point shooter at West Virginia. In fact, he's, I think, 2 ahead of Mr. Pittsnoggle.
He and Pittsnoggle both have more than 200 threes in their career.
Nice drive. Nice. Great job by Collins. Good penetration. No one rotated over. What a story about John Beilein. He's coached on a high school level, Erie Community College, drove the bus while he was there.
Yep. He's coached NAIA, Division II, Division I, and he's won wherever he's been.
Nazareth, NAIA, then he went to Lemoyne, and then he went over to Canisius, then to Richmond.
Young baseline double team, had the shot altered. It's out of bounds to Pittsburgh. Look how he looks off the
fake. Yes, sir. Nobody rotated over, though. He had a truck. You could have put anybody through that hole. That was a hole like the Steelers were opening up in the Super Bowl. They got 10 of them in the house tonight.
That's right. They're going to go nuts. Apparently some kind of a halftime ceremony coming up. They're going to bring the house down here. Biggs the kick out to Krauser, who tested the NBA waters. The foul before the shot, so no basket. Krauser, like Pittsnoggle, tested the NBA waters, wanted to see what his draft status would be as he sits down. And then Krauser, who's already 24 years of age, looks like he's a little shaken up, maybe limping a little bit as he goes to the bench.
Well, he made a smart decision coming back. Some kids out there didn't make a smart decision. I mean, if you're going to be drafted and you're guaranteed a first round, one can understand it. But to just have your name out there and not be drafted or become a second rounder, I can't understand it.
Biggs, the 15-footer, and the big man shows a soft touch.
He's had some good moments for them. Biggs has certainly played well against Syracuse. Came in, got 5 big points, had 9 in the win over Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin.
There are those in the program who feel in the last 6 or 7 years, Dick, this is the best freshman class that Pittsburgh has had. That's saying something. They've had some good players come through.
You know, Barry Rawson does a great job, the assistant coach. He's from Severian himself, where Fields is from, Taft was from, and one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullen,
That's right,
was from.
the lefty. The foul on Antonio Graves. There's Barry Rawson, banged up his knee in practice a couple of days ago, but still looking sharp.
He didn't dress like that, but he was at Severian. You know, you talk about assistants, he's outstanding. I'll give you another guy that's outstanding. Recognize Butch Pierre at LSU. In fact, LSU beat West Virginia at West Virginia, and it was Jerry West. They put his jersey up, his number. I can't believe they waited this long.
I know.
Wow.
Joe Hairbear makes 1 of 2 subs coming in for the Mountaineers, who are not that deep. Pittsnoggle and Hairbear go out. Frank Young and Rob Summers come in. Summers is a 7-footer. Pittsnoggle sits down just for a couple of minutes at a time, not much more than that.
See, they're trying to split the guy up on top with 2 on the outside. See, there's 2, 1, throw the ball over the top, and then right to the foul line area.
And wraps up the rebound, lost it.
Benjamin's an outstanding athlete.
Levance Fields now with the ball, a freshman, number 2.
He's a solid point guard.
Yeah, it's going to be his team next year. They're going to give him the keys to the car. He's the point guard of the future.
I tell you, this league is so tough. Pittsburgh's lost their last 2. Tough loss to Connecticut and a tough loss to Georgetown. Had a 15-point lead. Yeah. You watch that Georgetown team. John Thompson III is doing a phenomenal job with that team.
They are as hot as any team in the league, and they have put together an NCAA tournament-worthy resume right now.
And what about Louis Orr and Seton Hall? 6 in a row.
6 and 3 in the league. Also an out-of-league win at NC State. Gansey misses a 3, and still West Virginia cannot buy an outside shot. They've got 1 field goal, and that was on a layup.
Well, Jamie Dixon's kids are doing a good job guarding the perimeter. They really know the scouting report. They're attacking on the perimeter, not giving them open looks.
West Virginia 0 for 8 from 3-point range. Start between these 2 longtime rivals who are meeting for the 169th time. Look at that.
Nice little shake and bang.
Handle there by Fields, huh?
I had quite a game, Brad Nessler and I, the other day. Duke in North Carolina. At the end, it was the JJ show.
3-point lead for Pittsburgh. When we come back, one of the great moments in the history of Division I college basketball.
Someday, someone will put together one truly seamless local-to-global IP network. One that works alongside America's most reliable wireless network. Someday your network will come with every piece of the solution that you need, including the most important piece, people. People who are accountable for your business. Someday, all the pieces will come together, and it will be magnificent. Someday is today. Verizon has joined with MCI to form Verizon Business. Now you'll look at all that works. Verizon Business. We never stop evolving, improving, perfecting. We never stop working for you.
Aunt Amy, Ryan likes you.
Who told you that?
Ryan did.
He told me, too.
A 3-stone diamond necklace from Kay means every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully.
Do you want to know another secret? I like him back.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
Sweetheart Brownie Blast. Sonic's got it, others don't. Treat your sweetheart to the sweet taste of chocolate brownies and cherries blended into a creamy frozen treat. Sonic's new Sweetheart Brownie Blast. And now swipe a credit or My Sonic card from your car. Only at Sonic.
Here at the Petersen Event Center. Time now for ESPN to use pride of the program, and in the spotlight tonight, Niagara. The Purple Eagle, who flew the highest on the basketball court for Niagara University, was two-time All-American Calvin Murphy. His 68 points in a game against Syracuse remains the third best total all time in Division I history. And more pride of the program features available on a mobile ESPN, the new nifty ESPN phone that Howie Schwab was showing us before the game today. That thing is sharp. Play and see how Pitt's attacking that zone, Dick.
Well, what they're trying to do up on top here, as you can see, they're trying to put two against this one to split. And then they're trying, if he goes out here, to open up the lane area. Take a look right here. Throw the ball over the top. There's the slide. Now he slides right behind the top guy. And you've got to make that shot, though. You get that open shot. You know, West Virginia is 0 for 8 shooting the three. Coming into this game, the last 3 games, they made 33 threes.
Averaging better than 10 per game on the season. They don't make an extraordinary percentage of threes, but they take an extraordinary number of threes. Again, they had Tim Gray with a miss from inside. Crowd wanted to foul. This is a rabid crowd, one of the toughest environments to play in college basketball.
Well, you know, students are right on top of you here at the Oakland Zoo, and they're really alive. They've done a good job keeping the ball away from Gray, West Virginia.
The bounce is good for Patrick Beeline. Finally, the Mountaineers have a 3, and they've tied the game at 10.
You know, at first, they didn't think he could play at this level. Shows you what the coaching staff knows. They were wrong, man. They were wrong. Peak for his dad.
And he and his dad told me he's going to try to play overseas next year as a senior, try to see if he can play professionally. And with the unlimited range, he might find a home somewhere, I think.
He'll get a chance as long as he shoot the ball like he can.
Aaron Gray looking for a three-point play as he goes to the line. Let's go to Dave Revson now for the Sports Center 30 at 30.
Pitt and multiple media news outlets reporting today that Wayne Gretzky was recorded on a wiretap within the last month discussing the alleged NHL gambling ring with Coyotes assistant Rick Tocchet, reportedly taped discussing how to keep his wife Janet from being implicated. This runs counter to Gretzky's claims that he knew nothing about the story until it broke this week. Plenty of details on that story coming up after the game on SportsCenter anytime on ESPN News. Guys.
Not a good story for the National Hockey League, which was having a nice year coming off the lockout last year. That foul on Darius Nichols, his second. He's gone to the bench. J.D. Collins is back in with the ball right now for the Mountaineers.
They want to pick up that dribble. I'll tell you, Beeline's a little leader out there in the game.
Pittsnoggle trying to shake Aaron Gray. Collins for 3. Tapped out by Gansey, but into the hands of Ramon. Pittsburgh wants to clean up on the glass against the rebounding challenged Mountaineers.
Nice
Here's
move.
Gray going to work again.
I tell you, he's one of the most improved players in the nation. I think he's number 1. Think about guys that improve. You think of Cartier, Martin, the player down at Kansas State, Copeland down at Seton Hall.
Pittsnoggle, a deep 3. Last year, Aaron Gray backed up Chris Taft, who entered the NBA and is now getting mop-up minutes with Golden State. But the coaching staff told me yesterday that in pickup games this summer, when the players were choosing sides, Aaron Gray was always the first pick. They knew how good he was going to be this year.
Well, he has shown it in the tough Big East. He's averaging a double-double, 16 and 11. Look at this environment.
We are here at the Petersen Event Center. Not only tonight, the whole season is sold out here at the Yard of Brawl, the 169th meeting between the Panthers and the Mountaineers. Along with Dick Vitale, I'm Dan Shulman. What's at stake here tonight? West Virginia is unbeaten in a Big East play, leading the conference at 8-0. Pittsburgh is unbeaten at home this year, 13-0. And since they moved to this building 4 years ago, Dick, Pittsburgh is 61-5 in this arena.
Well, no one's beaten them twice here. West Virginia's trying to be a club to beat them twice. Lost here to Connecticut, lost to Bucknell, West Virginia.
Joe Hairbear picked up that last foul, Dick, his second. So some foul difficulty for the Mountaineers. West Virginia beat him there. Last year, a couple of close games. Beat him here by 4, beat him down there by 5 in overtime. Ball deflected, but Beeline has it. Now gets it back from Gansey.
They really got a lot of pride on the defensive side. Pittsburgh really challenges you on shots. Gray is staying with Pittsnoggle. He's having success. Pittsnoggle hasn't been able to get off yet from the three.
That defense, that toughness started under Ben Howland, and Jamie Dixon has kept it rolling here in his 3 years as the head coach. Collins doesn't get the bounce, and Gray, east, snares another one. Here's Krauser looking for space underneath. The kick to Graves in the corner.
Nice job by Krauser to create that opportunity. Didn't convert it. You mentioned Ben Howland doing a terrific job out in the West Coast at UCLA.
We tried to get a matchup going between Pitt and UCLA before. Jamie Dixon said they're such good friends they don't want to play each other.
I like when Bino Cookman's in the house tonight. And Bino said, hey, Jamie, you got to play some tough teams in your pre-conference schedule.
Krauser, the pull-up is deflected away by Pittsnoggle. Krauser didn't know there was a Mountaineer behind him closing fast.
Yeah, he came up quickly. Pittsnoggle's got that long range. Became a real darling of the West Virginia fans in that run for the Final Four. Got beat in the Elite Eight.
Well, as he's been referred to a lot, I think Pat Ford did it in that article, the man verb, because when he has a big game, West Virginia fans will shout at the opposing team, you've been Pittsnoggled.
I'll tell you this, talked about his wedding as well. Just a down-home guy, man.
Corn dogs and nut party. There's the spin by Pittsnoggle, but he's going to get called for the offensive foul. West Virginia can't put the ball in the basket right now, but they are only down 5. It's the backyard brawl. The Mountaineers and the Panthers getting after it here at the Pete.
I will not rest until I find your son.
Freedom Land is a riveting, sensational thriller.
About that night, we don't know. I ain't quitting until I get to the bottom of it.
It will have you at the edge of your seat.
What are you doing here, huh? Protecting your own?
Samuel L. Jackson gives the performance of a lifetime.
We are going to find him.
4 stars.
Yo!
Freedom Land. Rated R. In theaters everywhere, February 17th.
NBA Sunday on ABC. On the national stage. Who will shine in the Sunday spotlight? Doubleheader action Sunday on ABC, home of the NBA fight.
Saturday on ESPN College Game Day. We're live from the kennel as the Zags fight to keep their home win streak alive.
You've got to be ready every night or you're going to get beat.
Then find out what the bond is between Adam and JJ. College Game Day for basketball, Saturday.
Today's mission, brainstorm ways to raid the bird feeder. How? Post-it self-stick easel pads.
Monster trucks have made some big changes in the past 20 years. Now. But one thing hasn't changed. Kid seats are stale, just $5. Advance Auto Parts and Ford Trucks present Monster Jam, part of the Wendy's Motorsports Series. See Gunslinger, the Superman Monster Truck, World Racing Champion Medusa, and more. February 17th and 18th, RBC Center.
According to Consumer Reports, Roadrunner High Speed Online ranks higher than Bell South Fast Access for tech support and speed. So, if you had Roadrunner, you'd be buttering by now.
Call 1-866-4TW months at $29.95 per month, plus free installation.
Or you could stay with DSL, but you already know what that's like. Roadrunner High Speed Online from Time Warner Cable.
North Carolina's home winning streak comes to an end, 98-95. Maryland beats them, and LSU wins at Tennessee, snapping the Vols' 64-game SEC home win streak.
Hi, Dave. Thank you. Here the fans welcoming Dickie V, who reluctantly went into the crowd. Had a little fun with the students tonight. Hey, it's a big day and night of basketball on Saturday as rivalry week presented by Iowa and Indiana, both trying to bounce off losses earlier this week or bounce back from losses. Will tangle at noon Eastern down in Bloomington. And then number 4, Villanova, fresh off a win over city rival St. Joe's, taking on DePaul. And then the game you'll be at tonight, Gonzaga against Stanford, 9 o'clock Eastern. Game day. We'll be out there. Adam Morrison and the Zags taking on Hernandez, Harrius, Grunfeld, and the Cardinals.
Well, you know, we got a show from J.J. Redick. We expect now Brad Nessler and I a show down there against Stanford. Really improved basketball team. Hernandez really playing well. Harrius playing well. Should be a nice matchup. 35 in a row at home. The winningest longest home win streak in America.
That's right. Pittsburgh's won 13 in a row here at home, but that pales in comparison to Gonzaga's 35 straight.
Well, you know, Bruce Weber had that, but now he sits in the studio.
Right.
He lets Penn State beat him. Come on now, Mr. Weber.
How many orange ties do you think Mr. Weber has?
He's done a terrific job with Illinois. He's got a big game with Ohio State, who had that win over Michigan. You know, you mentioned Indiana and Iowa we have. That is a must-win for Indiana. They've been a disappointment the last month.
Ronald Ramon has a game-high 8 points, and Pittsburgh is up by 7.
He can shoot the ball.
Yes, he can.
They got to get him shots against that zone. And that is exactly what the coaching staff has done in analyzing the video, trying to get him free.
And off the ball, Mike Gansey is going to get called for the foul.
Now we get Pittsnoggle going. He's only had 3 games where he didn't score in double figures. Tonight he is struggling shooting the basketball. 0 points. 0 for 5, 0 for 4 from the three-point line.
Gansey's got 4 points, but all of them have come to the free throw line.
Nothing fancy. There's that 1-3-1 zone. The little guy in the back of it.
And Fields drives it all the way in. Can't finish. Frank Young the rebound.
John Beilein said if we could only bring our rebound and margin down to about a -3 or 4, it would help us immensely. And you know, by not turning the ball less and more possessions with the way they shoot the three.
Well, you talked about Pittsnoggle struggling. Here's the video evidence. He's thrown the ball away. He's missed shots, and he's a guy they depend upon heavily.
He's too good a player, though. Guys like that go to little spurts like that. He'll break out.
Young with a miss, and Kendall brings down the rebound for the Panthers. West Virginia missing from outside and missing from in close as well.
You know, Young's an undersized power forward. Has good range as a shooter, though.
They lost a really underrated player waiting last year. He was a terrific player for them.
He was their leading scorer.
Yep.
Fisher was a shot blocker.
They're not quite as deep or as athletic as they were last year.
But they know how to win. They got a winning mindset.
Kendall inside, Ramon the miss.
Kendall's the glue guy. He's their glue guy is what they call him. He's their blender.
Dick NBA action on ESPN. It continues tomorrow night with a doubleheader featuring some top teams from each conference. It's San Antonio against New Jersey at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN HD. And then 2 of the hottest teams going head-to-head at 10:30 Eastern.
You know, it's amazing as well. Pittsnoggle hasn't scored, but Ida has Krauser as well.
Only 4 on the shot clock, Dick. They're having a conversation. Did West Virginia ever have possession of that ball? Should the shot clock have reset? And now Jim Burr, Doug Shows, and Mike Roberts are going to have a meeting to decide. Jim Burr, the lead official.
Nice piece of officiating.
Yep.
Jim Burr had the game with Duke versus North Carolina as well.
Did you have any fun there?
Brad and I had a blast. How could you not have fun? North Carolina, you talk about a young team with an unbelievable potential.
Fields launches a 3 with the shot clock running down. Out of bounds to West Virginia. Not a popular call. The fans feeling it went off Pittsnoggle, and then Pittsnoggle and Gray getting the elbows up a little bit in the aftermath.
Doesn't matter what the fans think. It's what the Zebras say. And the Zebras say the ball goes to the Mountaineers.
The Mountaineers have made just 1 3-pointer so far. Frank Young trying his luck. Nails it from the corner.
Just a matter of time. They just keep shooting them, shooting them, shooting them all night long. And eventually they're going to drain nothing but nylon.
They trailed Pittsburgh in both games last season and had huge second halves to win each game, one of them in overtime.
Well,
now Pittsburgh turnover.
They were down 12 down here and then went on a run at the end. Scored 22 in the last 28 points.
Beilein with a penetration, Young with the tray.
Yeah, there's Young with that. Good man-to-man defense.
Beilein, Fields won't let him free for a shot. Pittsnoggle now trying to get down to the post. The kick out to Young, misses the 3. And a foul on Gansey. And another critical foul picked up by the Mountaineers, who generally foul as infrequently as any team in the country. But Gansey has picked up his 2nd.
That's a great point. They only allow the opposition to shoot a game, and that's a great plus. You got to work in that area. Mike Krzyzewski, I know, was telling Doris and I, they work on trying to not allow teams to get to that foul line.
Well, right now, Dick, 3 Mountaineers each have 2 fouls. Gansey is on the bench, Nichols is on the bench, and Hairbear is on the bench as John Beilein goes a little bit deeper, bringing Alex Ruoff, a freshman from Spring Hill, Florida, into the game for Gansey. That's a big loss for them.
Well, you know, you look at the bench play, certainly the edge goes to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's bench has been so productive all year long. Maybe Dixon.
Boy, John Beilein is all over one of the officials, Mike Roberts. And now Jim Burr's going to come over and talk to Beilein. Beilein is as mild-mannered on the sideline as any Division I coach you'll see, but he is hot right now.
I like his staff, too. He has Jerry Dunn, a former Penn State coach, sitting right next to him, a head coach. A lot of people are doing that, bringing in guys that were former head coaches, putting them on the sideline. A lot of those guys have such incentive. They want to work so diligently to get back. Steve Robinson, Dave Hobbs at Alabama, certainly George Blaney at Connecticut.
10 points now for Ronald Ramon, easily the high scorer in this game.
Well, he's a guy that they really are going to count on to shoot the basketball against that zone. There's the screens, pass, go away, spread the court.
Not a lot of motion right now for West Virginia. Everybody's standing still until Young took a three. They look out of sync right now, Dick.
They really like to get a lot of spacing, too.
Ruoff forces the turnover. Good hand.
They got to get a big three out of Pittsnoggle. He's got to give them that momentum.
Beilein looking for a screen. Threw it away. Fields with Collins back. And he is fouled and will go to the line.
Fields very quick, very active point guard. Attacks the basket after the good steal, good anticipation.
And the Oakland Zoo loving it. The hometown Panthers up by 6.
How's business?
We got new cars for our execs. What do you got?
We've got a secure network. We don't have to commute.
Any barbecues?
Secure network. We commingle 24/7.
Yoga. Stress reduction.
Secure network. No stress. Check.
Espresso bar.
Checkmate.
Check.
Confidence, powered by Cisco.
Be brilliant. Shop Zales Valentine's Sale. Everything's on sale with up to 50% off store-wide. Now, at Zales.
See you tonight.
Okay.
Introducing the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara. You want more out of life? Suzuki's giving you the green light. Go. Suzuki Grand Vitara for just $199 a month for 30 months. Hurry in.
Be brilliant. Shop Zales Valentine's Sale. Everything's on sale with up to 50% off store-wide. Now, at Zales.
Dave Revson in the studio with Fran Fraschilla and our special guest tonight, Illinois head coach Bruce Weber. Coming up on the UPS halftime report, we will break down the Big East versus the Big Ten. Should be good. What do you guys think of the first half so far?
270s out there challenging Pittsnoggle's threes. That's pretty good.
It's limited to threes. Physical rivalry game. Defense is winning right now, and Pitt's got the upper hand.
Lots more from these guys coming up at the half. Plus, Janet Jones-Gretzky issues a statement. We'll tell you what she said in just a few minutes. Dan?
Hey, Dan, I know one thing. If you ask Mr. Weber, I know who he's going to say is the best conference, the Big Ten. But he's wrong. For depth factor, it has to be the Big East. You see all the Steelers. You want to go get some autograph. Hey, let me just tell you this. You know what's amazing? You look right now, West Virginia is -6, and they have shot 3 for 21 and 2 for 14 from the three-point line, and you're only down 6?
And they're getting out-rebounded 18-10, yet somehow now they're down 7 as Fields makes the free throw. This has been as bad a half as West Virginia's had, but they're still in the ball game.
Especially when they shoot the three. They're in a ball game all the time. Knock 2 or 3 of those down in a row.
Rebound about to get to halftime without Hairbear, without Gansey, each of whom has 2 fouls. And with Pittsnogle not having a point in this game.
You know, Jamie's got to be sitting there saying, we played great defense. We got them shooting in a pathetic fashion. 2 for 14 from the 3, 3 for 21. As you look at the bench right there, a little concerned look on the West Virginia Mountaineers, and yet they're right in the game.
You can see when they have lost, they have not shot the ball that well. They rely heavily on their outside shooting. That foul is first. He has certainly done his job on Pittsnoggle in the first half.
Well, you know, Pittsnoggle's 5th in the conference in scoring behind the likes of Doobie and Quinn and Foy and Novak. He's number 5, and he's having a tough time here tonight.
Pittsnoggle doesn't go down in the post very often, trying to get something going down there, and he missed the jump hook. Generally a perimeter player, even though he's 6'11", 250. Now Gray Coleman for the ball. This is to exploit something here, is let Gray go at Pittsnoggle on the inside of this end.
They're playing 3 guards. Almost like 3-point guards. Yep. All these guys can have a pretty good handle. They handle the ball.
And Krause, you're right.
Handle the ball really well.
Here's the isolation, the double team on Gray. He's a pretty good passer, averaging better than 2 assists per game.
Try to get the ball in the post and throw zigzag over the top of the help side of the defense. Look at Pittsnoggle now. Playing him tough. Gray's done a heck of a job defensively. He is right there. All you can do is challenge him, make him take the tough shot.
Gray is just so big. Timeout on the floor. 7-point lead for Pittsburgh. Can Pittsnoggle get going for the Mountaineers?
How much you got? Not much. What can we get?
Well, in a young man's mind, it's a simple
We're ready to order.
Get more Fridays for less back. Choose from 5 appetizers, 14 entrees, and 3 desserts. Just $12.99 for a limited time. Everyone could use more Fridays.
Back here in Pittsburgh, the backyard brawl. The Panthers lead the Mountaineers by 7. Pittsburgh basketball with 3 on the shot clock. Some ugly shooting in this game for West Virginia. Just 13 points on the night. Only 3 made field goals in this game day.
Yeah, but if you're playing good defense, and they've done that, they've limited Pitt to only 20. If you're right, that's a bigger lead. The way they've played on the defensive side and the way West Virginia shot the basketball. So that's the positive for John Beilein. For Jamie Dixon, he's got to be really proud of what they've done defensively. But eventually that 3's going down. I'm telling you, Dan, you can only hold it for so long. They're just going to keep firing.
Collins on the drive, his second layup of the game, and just the 4th field goal for the Mountaineers.
And they're down 5. Down 5, and they're shooting a horrendous percentage.
Better players than Gansey and Hairbear out on the bench with 2 fouls. Pittsnoggle hasn't scored, and they're only down 5.
They're very active in that 1-3-1 zone, though. Good slides, play the passing lanes.
Hairbear doing what he can as a cheerleader over on the bench, making his 117th career start every game that he's played under John Beilein, who recruited him and others to Richmond before Beilein got the job in Morgantown. And now it's a part of success. Both of these coaches, their names are coming up for other possible openings, and both of them, they want to coach the teams they've got.
John Beilein's very happy where he's at. He's in love. He could have had opportunities last year. Hey, 5 losses so far in this floor. The Petersen Center, 61-5. Connecticut, West Virginia, Syracuse, Bucknell, and Georgetown. Can West Virginia be the first team to beat them twice on this floor?
If Pittsburgh loses, it would be 3 losses in a row. They haven't lost 3 games in a row in 5 years. Ruoff, the freshman, rattles one down. Alex Ruoff within 2.
Just a matter of time. They are so effective and so confident shooting the 3. You know what was on their backboard? We will win because we pass and shoot really well.
Off the hands of Kendall. West Virginia can tie or take the lead.
And they're right on the blackboard. Howie Schwab and I saw it.
How about this?
Just a matter of time.
Yep.
What did I tell you a minute ago,
Fred? The shots will go down.
They'll eventually go down. They've been doing that the entire year. Did it last year. Why is it going to change? 611 threes. Their opponents 397.
Alex Ruoff and Patrick Beilein with 3s to give West Virginia the lead. Now a hard foul by Frank Young.
There it is, stepping up to that 3-point line. I mean, he shot that from downtown. I mean, that was Wilkes-Barre, baby.
Yeah, that's nothing. He's got unlimited range. You get him over the half court, and he'll be launching. Aaron Gray at the line. Last year averaged about 4 points per game, but he's lost a lot of weight, gotten in better condition, can play a ton of minutes, and he is as imposing a big guy as there is in the Big East right
Well, I know you're dying to hear my all-improved team. If I had to pick 5 guys, my all-improved team, Aaron Gray would be #1. Rayshon Terry, North Carolina. Torian Green down in Florida. Cartier Martin, certainly from Kansas State. And Mr. Copeland from Seton Hall. And all those guys that are jumping and been screaming and yelling for a coaching change at Seton Hall. It's so really nice to see Louis leaves up in a classy way and go out and win. And he may get them in the NCAA tournament. What a job he's doing at Seton Hall.
Right now, the Pirates are 6-3 in the Big East, and they've got a great non-conference win at North Carolina State. They're putting together a solid resume. Pittsnoggle still ice cold, but West Virginia right back in this game. Ruoff the handoff to Collins. He sees a seam, takes a bump, and will go to the line.
Nice job of penetrating, very strong and quick going to the basket.
Number 2 on Kendall. Don't forget, great basketball coming your way Saturday's rivalry week. Presented by Cisco Systems continues Iowa, Indiana at noon. Villanova at DePaul at 2. And then, of course, the nighttime game that you'll be at, Stanford and Gonzaga with a game day crowd at 9 Eastern.
Well, you know, things are really getting tough down there on Mike Davis, and this is a must-win. You're at home. Steve Walford, former Hoosier superstar, now comes to Bloomington, Indiana. They got beat by Northwestern. I mean, life in the Big Ten. Tell Bruce Weber, I don't want him to hear this, okay? I was asked tonight on SportsCenter, who do I think will ultimately win the Big Ten?
I heard this.
I said, slight edge, but he can't hear me. Slight edge. Michigan State, because they have Illinois at home.
That's right. That could be the difference.
They get better at the end of the year. But please don't let Bruce hear that. Please don't let Bruce, because I love him, and I love the Orange Crush.
He's done a heck of a job this year. They lost so much talent. The national runner-up last year, and they've had some role players step in, and they've really had a terrific season.
You lose the likes of the players they lost, Head and Williams and company.
Final shot of the half to West Virginia. Amazingly, they're going to go out at least in a tie, or maybe not, as they turn it over. And Pittsburgh will have 2.8 seconds to try to take the lead.
Now, tell me, my friend, when you have done a game and a team shot as poorly as West Virginia has shot on the road, and that they could possibly go in at halftime with the score tied.
Amazing.
22. Let me tell you this. This has been ugly. I mean, put no blood, any other brawl. It's old style Big East, but this is not what you call fluid and the kind of basketball that you'd like to see. But the bottom line, it is tied at halftime.
They had all kinds of guys in foul trouble. Pittsnoggle didn't score in the first half. Yet a couple of late threes by Ruoff and Beeline, and West Virginia somehow, some way goes to the break tied at 22 with Pittsburgh here at the Peak. Come on back for the second half, but first time for the UPS halftime report as we send you to the studio and Dave Retson. Dave?
Thank you very much, Dan. I'm here with Fran Fraschilla as well as the aforementioned Bruce Weber, head coach of Illinois, who I know has taken no offense whatsoever to what Dick just had to say.
That's free publicity.
Exactly.
Good publicity for the Big Ten.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this first half. What are your guys' impressions? I mean, West Virginia is a team a lot of people are talking about as maybe even a dark horse Final Four team. They are tied at the half, but Pittsburgh has really shut them down offensively. How have they done that?
They have. Well, they've got out and bothered the three-point shooters, particularly Pittsnoggle 0 for 5. And but I got to tell you now, Pittsburgh, this is a big second half for them. They're coming off. West Virginia has won 15 out of 16. The fact that they shot so poorly, I think bodes well for them because they have veterans.
Well, there's no doubt. And Pittsburgh is limited to threes, but West Virginia has played good defense also, kept the score down. Now they pop up, make a couple threes, and it's a game. And if your leading scorer, your best player's got 0 at half, and you're tied on the road, you got to feel good about it.
So if you're West Virginia and John Beeline, you feel okay.
You're going in happy.
Considering how poorly it's gone. Okay, more from these guys in a moment. There is some other news. Multiple news outlets. Wayne Gretzky was recorded on a wiretap having a phone conversation about this NHL gambling ring with Coyotes assistant coach Rick Tocchet, that this happened within the last few weeks. Gretzky reportedly was discussing how to keep his wife, Janet Jones Gretzky, from being implicated in this scandal. Now, this, of course, runs counter to Gretzky's claims that he knew nothing about the story until it broke this week. Gretzky's wife allegedly bet $100,000 on football during the 6 weeks in question. The ring reportedly, there's no evidence that Gretzky placed any bets, and Janet Jones Gretzky issued a statement today saying she has not bet on her husband's behalf. Now, coming up, we've got a rivalry for you. Ohio State and Michigan, amazing shooting display in Ann Arbor. We'll get the highlights next. Plus some more Big East action, old school Big East rivalry. The whole to keep it rolling as they battle St. John's. It's all ahead on the UPS Halftime Report.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Suzuki. Introducing the all-new Grand Vitara, the authentic SUV.
See you tonight.
Okay.
Introducing the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara. You want more out of life? Suzuki's giving you the green light. Go. Lease the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara for just $199 a month for 30 months. Hurry in.
Together, this tiny toiletry team might only free up enough space in your luggage for an extra sock roll. But this is not about efficiency. This is about making a statement. You're here to tell the world, I am going on vacation, and I've got the travel sandal that's also a protective cap to prove it. Welcome to my opening ceremonies. Expedia.
Tomorrow night, ESPN has the NBA, and ESPN2 has boxing and soccer. On ESPN at 7:30, NBA Friday tips off with the Spurs Nets, followed at 10:30 by the Mavericks Nuggets. At 9, Friday Night Fights, followed by the U.S. and Japan in a World Cup tune-up. For all the latest all the time, turn to ESPN News.
This is the UPS Halftime Report.
First time in the 100-year history of the West Virginia-Pittsburgh series. Both teams are ranked coming in. Patrick Beeline and the Mountaineers on the road at the break. Check in on Ohio State and Michigan, another big rivalry game. Ohio State red hot behind the arc. They hit 12 three-pointers in the first half, and in the interest of being thorough, we're going to show you all 12 of them. 12 of 16.
You're getting Coach Weber nervous here, David. He's got to play him Sunday.
He knows what to take away. You got the scouting report here, Coach.
I think it's pretty easy. You got to get. They did it with a variety of people. It just wasn't one guy. They spread it out. Harris comes off the bench and gets 4 of them for them.
Easier said than done, right? They were 15 of 24 for the game. Jaquel Foster hit 5 of 6. They shot 61% from the field as a team, and yet Michigan was still very much in this game. Second half, down 3. Ron Coleman nails the 3. He had 15. Wolverines shot 53%. Now second half, Ohio State by 6. Terrence Dials with the jam, and they go on to win it. 5th win in 6 games for Ohio. They do head into that game on a positive note against Illinois on Sunday. And Coach, what was your assessment of the Buckeyes?
Well, you go on the road and win in the Big Ten. The top 6 have not fared very well on the road. They shot lights out. I hope they used them all up tonight. But at a key time in the game, it gets close. They go to Dials. So, you know, they got the inside, they got the outside look, and tough to defend.
This was no fluke because Ohio State comes in with 5 guys in Big Ten play shooting over 40%. So we joked about it, but you do know what you have to take away on Sunday.
And it's easier said than done. They spread you, they use the ball picks, and then as soon as Dials.
So Ohio State gets that Illinois team next. They are 20-3, and among their victims, Georgetown. The Hoyas in action tonight, taking on St. John's. Let's check out the action in that one. And Georgetown looking good early. Brandon Bowman, the steal and the jam on top, 14-2. Later in the first half, it's Darrell Owens with the deep 3, 22-8, and then more from Bowman, Fran.
Brandon Bowman, your comments. Athletic, nice inside-out game by Brandon Bowman, a senior.
As we check out the score in that one, it's Georgetown on top of St. John's, 30-18 at the break.
Georgetown is heading towards, I think, Dave, a relatively high seed. They keep this up.
Now 6 straight wins for the Hoyas coming into that one, and it leads us to our conference comparison, Big Ten and the Big East. This is the conference RPI. You see the Big Ten is first in the conference RPI. The Big East is second. And, you know, Dick was kind of joking about it during the game. Bruce, of course, you're going to say the Big Ten's better, he was saying. But how do you go about comparing conferences?
Well, I think, you know, there's one way is to look how many Final Four teams do you possibly have? And then also the balance in the league, the parity in the league. And the Big East has a lot of teams, so we can't match that. But, you know, we have great parity. We have great competitiveness. And even our bottom teams have really risen up. Penn State beating us, of course, a sorry note for our part. But, you know, you have Purdue beating Wisconsin, Minnesota beating Indiana. So throughout the 11 teams.
All right, so we move along here on the UPS halftime report. Did you take a side, by the way, there? Did you make a pick?
I think he said Big Ten.
I think Big Ten is the, you know, I got to go with them.
All right, we got lots more to come here, including some women's hoops action. We will tell you about some big games, including an SEC powerhouse battle, LSU trying to do something it has never done.
Wendy's Hamburger. Do what tastes right.
Inside this beautiful facility, the Petersen Event Center. The facility may be beautiful, but let's be honest. The basketball was a little bit ugly in the first half, but they're tied at 22. Both teams, especially West Virginia, shot the ball terribly, but West Virginia forced a ton of turnovers, kept Pittsburgh from extending that lead, and somehow they're in the ballgame.
Well, you know, it's really amazing. They're tied at halftime, and you ready for this? If you would have asked John Beilein, could we be tied at halftime? And Gansey and Pittsnob, he would have said, are you serious?
No shot.
Those are two top scorers. But 22-22, and that's what defense will do for you. Bottom line is they live by the three, and my friends, they'll either win or lose with the three-point shot.
Gansey did hit some free throws in the first half. Pittsnogle didn't score a point, and for Jamie Dixon, Carl Krauser didn't score a point in the first half. A big game, bigger than most. Not only a league game between two contenders, but also a rivalry game, the backyard brawl. Getting the fans all pumped up as the second half begins.
I see. You really like saying that backyard brawl. You really love that. I can tell.
I've done a few of these. I did the game down in Morgantown last year. That was some kind of basketball game when Pittsnogle had the breakout game. These two teams don't like each other, and their fans like each other even less.
Last time I was in Morgantown, they upset Connecticut.
They want you back.
Oh, wow.
You haven't been there in a few years.
No, I haven't been there.
Pittsnogle misses the turnaround.
Firemen love their basketball.
John DeGroat with travel. He did that early in the first half. Now look at Carl Krauser. This is what he did at the beginning of the game, and this is what he did at the beginning of the half. Think he's happy to be back on campus for one more year?
Wow. Better than playing for the Arkansas Rimrockers like guys were doing, Matt Walsh and company, instead of playing in a Florida-Kentucky game. And all those Kentucky fans, relax. You're going to go to the NCAA. Don't get so nervous. Relax. They're going to win enough games.
Bear the kick to Pittsnogle, and another one rattles out. He can't buy one.
He can't buy one.
Pittsnogle is 0 for 9 in this game.
Wow, I thought maybe a little walk right there.
Yep. Yeah, but Doug Schau is saying a West Virginia player going to hand on the ball, so Krauser still had a dribble. Kendall inside. Krauser took a shot in the face either from the ball or from Kendall, and he's blinking as he goes back on D.
You know, Kendall is a blender. He's a glue player, a solid player to have in your five, but it's hard to believe he got 40 minus.
Guys like Terrence Roberts, Curtis Withers. Curtis Withers, a great team.
Charlotte had a nice win over Temple. And Atlantic 10 is underrated. It's a better conference than people believe.
I agree.
And George Washington is legit.
Pittsnogle and Gray, just by being big, got a hand on it, but it's off in. It'll stay with the Mountaineers.
What a terrific environment, though, here. There's the cut without the ball. He comes up with the loose ball. They didn't have really good timing there. That's Pittsnogle still struggling. We're going to watch him get the break. We'll go down.
Shot clock at 5. Graves knocks it out of bounds. Shot clock at 4.
What a run they had last year. All the people were absolutely bananas. You got the Beilein bomb squad, man. The Beilein Bombers shooting those threes. Beating Wake Forest was incredible with Chris Paul.
Timeout, West Virginia can't get it in.
And then they beat Bobby Knight, Texas Tech. Bobby Knight sings the praises of John Beilein.
I thought we were here for a meeting.
We are.
So why are you on your laptop?
I'm emailing you. Check your inbox.
Now?
Now.
We can talk. It's a private club.
As private as our network.
I'll check my inbox.
privacy. Powered by Cisco.
The world's greatest
Third class.
is coming to America.
I'm going to learn flawless American accent.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
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 Hamburger.
Steve Martin.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
The burger.
Tomorrow.
What's in your pocket, sir?
Pardon his French.
Hamburger.
Couple of hamburgers. What?
The Pink Panther, rated PG. Opens everywhere tomorrow.
A cool head.
Is there paper?
$2,500.
Dinosaur. Dedication.
And a coffee maker. $69. A sense of humor. And a mop. $17. Having what it takes to run a business? Priceless. To see what the MasterCard Business Card can do for your business, visit our website.
Of all the places we fly around the world, we know one means more to you than any other. We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
West Virginia atop the Big East, unbeaten in the league at the midway point of the conference season. 6-3. Remember, 16 teams now in the Big East, and the depth of this conference is incredible. When you look at the way like Louisville and Notre Dame, pretty good teams, how they are struggling. Hey, Monday night, Big Monday on ESPN to Connecticut at Villanova. You look at UConn, Villanova, West Virginia. Who's the best team in the Big East right now?
Well, why don't we ask Mike Tranghese? He knows better than I would say Connecticut. I think Connecticut with those 4 first-rounders, they play defense, real on the defensive end. They block shots better than anybody in America. Field goal percentage in the 30s. I really like that team.
West Virginia's got to win at Villanova this year. That's a nice victory for them. And West Virginia will host Connecticut in the second half of the regular season.
Can you imagine Villanova with Mr. Sumter as he walked there? I'll tell you about the depth of that conference. Louisville and Notre Dame, if they were in most conferences, other than maybe the Big Ten, they are, to me, a vision team. The Big Ten is obviously, just to me, a slight edge behind the Big East, and it's because of the depth of the Big East.
And right now, neither Louisville nor Notre Dame assured at all of a spot in the Big East tournament. Only 12 of the 16 teams get invited to New York.
Krauser on the ball with a 3. That's a big 3 by Krauser. And hey, the ACC, as long as you got Duke and North Carolina, it's still the granddaddy of all, and the tournament is unbelievable. I can't wait for that ACC tournament.
First points of the night for Krauser. Nice cut by Gansey. The assist to Hairbear.
See, those are the little things that Gansey does. Jay Billis and I were talking, and Jay's a big fan of Mr. Gansey. Move without the ball, shoot the perimeter shot, very active, pass the ball exceptionally well, plays the point at 1-3-1.
John Beilein coached against him when Beilein was at Richmond, and Gansey was at St. Bonaventure, so he recruited him when he became available. Aaron Gray with another deuce inside.
Well, they did a great job right there against that 1-3-1. Had Gray down in the box, back guy slid, but didn't get down quick enough from the wing to the low box, and Gray was in great position to score.
Gansey the 3, and the rebound to Gray.
You know, you talk about Gansey, a lot of people consider him as an All-American candidate.
Wow.
I think there's 3 locked spots for the All-American team: Reddick, Morrison, and Sheldon Williams.
Graves with a miss. Kendall battling for the rebound, finds Gray, who misses.
See the great job by Kendall there, making that little extra pass. It's picking up a little bit right now, Mr. Have You Back. Happy 39. You're a legit 39. I'm a Jack Benny 39.
Don't remind me when I'm going to be next year. Do me that favor.
Oh, gee whiz. You're really nice to me. I'm 66, and you're worried about being 40.
4 minutes into the second half. The Oakland Zoo is rocking here at the Pete. Gray tips it away, but cannot save it. It'll be out of bounds to West Virginia when we come back.
If West Virginia is to go back to Morgantown with a win, Mr. Pittsnoggle has to start get going.
The rivalry continues. The backyard brawl. The Panthers up 5.
Later on SportsCenter, is West Virginia a real threat to UConn for the Big East title? Why Michael Vick says he's unhappy with the Falcons, and what Wayne Gretzky was reportedly caught saying on a wiretap. We'll see you after the ball game right here on ESPN.
Saturday on ESPN College Game Day. We're live from the kennel as the Zags fight to keep their home win streak alive.
You've got to be ready to get beat.
Then find out what the bond is between Adam and JJ. College Game Day for basketball, Saturday.
So you guys, how was Vegas?
Well, I don't think that we have ever eaten so much.
The restaurants are amazing. Amaril's a genius. He's very creative.
And the roasted venison loin at La Cirque was just, I'm going to say, succulent.
Ted really had his fill of the loin.
Life doesn't stand still. That's why Lowe's has showroom quality kitchens at prices that fit your budget and the largest selection of appliances in stock. Best of all, Lowe's installation program includes project management teams that take you from start to finish for worry-free, on-time installation, all at a price you can afford. At Lowe's, improving home improvement never ends. Use your Lowe's card and pay nothing for 12 months on all purchases of $299 or more from February.
So cool, man. Vin. This whole show was awesome. I know.
Hey, boys. Mr. Wolfson, what are you guys up to tonight? Studying. You? Grading papers. See you in class on Monday?
Got a spicy side? Get a free taste of McDonald's new Spicy Premium Chicken. A tender breast, bold chipotle spices on a honey wheat roll. Free samples February 9th through the 12th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Dick, you talked about it going into the break. If West Virginia is going to win this game, they've got to get something from Kevin Pittsnoggle, and so far tonight, it just hasn't been his night.
Well, he's 0 for 11. He's turned the ball over, just having a tough night. I wonder if he's staying up late because of Quincy, the little baby. Maybe he's being a great dad. Staying up late is a little bit tired. He's just having tough luck. The ball's just not falling for the kid. I mean, he's right on the rim. They're just not going down. Tough night. Club's still in the game, but he's a competitor and a fighter, and he'll keep scrapping.
One of the leading scorers in the Big East, better than 19 points per game, 0 for 11 tonight, 0 for 6 from three-point range. If people aren't aware of what Dick was talking about, Kevin and his wife Heather celebrated the birth of their first child, a boy, Quincy, last Friday down in Morgantown.
A type of dandy.
There he is inside, and a block. Sam Young coming over. And a shin is the call, so it's going to be Pittsburgh ball one way or the other.
Young, real good-looking athlete. I should take a look at the little guy.
You want to talk about the diaper
pounds,
dandies?
8 pounds, 5 ounces.
9 pounds.
Oh, 9 pounds?
5 ounces.
Wow, I was told it was 8'5".
22 inches tall.
Wow.
And range out to the three-point line already, they're saying.
And I wonder if they gave him a scholarship already. There's that 1-3-1 zone, trying to get Chu up on top. Guy at the high post.
What a block that was by Young. They are so excited about his future here in Pittsburgh. He's just a freshman.
Great moments. That's the Fighting Irish in Notre Dame. Had a great game against the Irish.
Another turnover and a foul committed by Ronald Ramon. That 1-3-1 gets in your head. West Virginia forces a ton of turnovers. Pittsburgh committed 13 in the first half.
You know, that's a great point you made. Psychologically, people are constantly thinking about it in preparation, and it really plays with your mind. It also slows tempo down. It makes you have to make extra passes. I'm surprised more teams don't use zones the way teams really have struggled shooting the basketball.
In that 1-3-1 down at Miami, Darius Rice was out at the top at 6'10". Hairbear in some difficulty. The kick to Collins, wide open for three. And Kendall comes down with a rebound.
Kendall's that glue guy. He's a real active player. Passed the ball well. Playing without Gray right now. They're a little small.
And that's going to be a held ball, says Jimmy Burr. The arrow will keep it at this end of the floor. Good defense there by J.D. Collins.
Wow, you look at the growth of the Big East. I think back of the guy, the architect, Dave Gavitt, whose son's in the house. Dan now works with Mike Tranghese, does a terrific job. Dave was so ahead of people. He had such vision. Put that league together, got the TV contracts, came, coordinated it. At the same time, the arrival of ESPN.
That's right. And of you. Ronald Ramon, his three rattles out. Brilliant this one with a foul on Pittsnoggle.
I can't believe 27 years. I was talking to a writer doing a story on me, Lacey Banks, out of Chicago. And the first game I ever did, first major college game for and Wisconsin. Ray Meyer, Mark Aguirre, way before you, my man.
I've seen the video from the open of that game.
I'm sad, though, when I think about that.
What?
You know, all the time that's gone by and time flying. I'm in the last chapter. You're a young guy, 39.
Listen, you got a few pages left in this chapter, I'm thinking. You're still going strong.
I hope.
Field's in for Ramon right now. I mean, you love it as much now as you did back in 79,
that
right?
never stops. You know that. Electricity, excitement. I mean, how could you not like sitting at courtside? Mike Tranghese was teasing me before the game. Sitting courtside to get paid. Duke, Carolina, now over here.
Loose ball underneath.
Nice play.
Comes up with it.
He's a good-looking athlete. 15 and 12 he had against the Fighting Irish in Notre Dame. Crowd gets a little lift.
And now Virginia, a push-off.
And Young, he's a politician. He goes to Mike Roberts and says, nice call. He taps the official on the back. That's a smart play. Then he is on the inside with the score around the basket. Great elevation. Terrific legs.
Dick, that call went on Pittsnoggle. That's his third. It's been a miserable night on the court for Kevin Pittsnoggle. Deep three for Krauser. Look at the rebound by Gray, but then he travels as he falls down. Had a signal a timeout, didn't get the call.
Too late with the timeout call. Jamie Dixon, think about this. First year as a head coach, replaces Ben Holland, who got this program in high gear. Look at this, the timeout, 31 and 5.
Amazing.
Last 4 years, they've been in the NCAA tournament, school record. 3 of the 4, they went to the Sweet 16.
Last year knocked out in the first round by Pacific,
Yes,
hoping for bigger and better things this year. They played in 3 straight Big East Tournament championship games as well, all against Connecticut, winning one of them.
Open up their pre-conference schedule. They got to make that a lot tougher. The fact Bino Cook was teasing Jamie Dixon before the game. Great to see Bino here tonight. I mean, I got him on ESPN News tonight.
They named the media room after him.
Yeah, they named the media room. It's the first time he's been here in 4 years.
That foul on Aaron Gray, his second. The drive by Collins, and he's keeping him in this game right now.
He's doing a terrific job finding a gap in the defense and attacking off the dribble. I love people that attack. That's why Duke goes to the free throw line. Everybody talks about they spread the court, put the ball to the deck, and they attack, especially if people get in foul trouble.
Gray comes out to help. Pittsburgh having a little bit of trouble making
Nice
passes.
pass.
Not there. Krauser to Young.
Young can finish around the basket. Great vision, great look by Krauser. Good two-man play. Talk about great tandems. Our guy sitting in the studio, Mr. Weber, has it with D. Brown and Mr. Augustine.
Gansey takes a bump, takes another, lost the ball.
Got tripped in the
got
backcourt.
trip ball.
Oh, he got tripped in the backcourt. Oh, he got tripped in the backcourt. Take a look right here. The ball goes to the deck. There comes the trip. Down he goes, and no call. I mean, I think it's the Steelers, baby. Look at this.
Well, the Panthers have been accused of playing football tough basketball every now and again. Right there, they were the victim of a trip and didn't get the call. Listen to the noise. You can't hear yourself.
They got the calls in the Super Bowl.
Hairbear, the pull-up from 15.
Hairbear, good all-around player, can shoot the basketball, comes by the way of Germany.
Yep. You know, when he was going to Richmond originally, and then when John Beilein called him and said he was going to West Virginia, Hairbear didn't know where West Virginia was, didn't know what league they were in, but he decided to go where Coach Beilein was going.
Made a good choice, both for Mr. Beilein and for himself.
Picks up the foul, his 4th. That's a big one. NBA action on ESPN continues tomorrow night with a doubleheader featuring San Antonio and New Jersey in Game 1, and then 2 red-hot teams, the Mavs and the Nuggets, coming up at 10:30 Eastern.
I'll tell you one thing, you know, college basketball, somebody asked me today, what do you like, college, NBA? College has such spirit, the passion is unbelievable enthusiasm, but the NBA has the greatest athletes in the world. I don't care what sport you talk about. When you put LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, they are the great.
We are told we're having some technical difficulties with our video right now. Bear with us. We are working to fix them as quickly as possible. 8 minutes into the second half. Pitt with the ball and a 6-point lead here in the backyard brawl. And Kevin Pittsnoggle scoreless and on the bench with 4 fouls for West Virginia.
And that's certainly the story why they're on the deficit side.
Ramon, his 3rd 3 of the game.
You know, the Krauser played well in the backcourt. Now Fields out there with them. They got 3.
Here's Rob Summers, Pittsnogle's replacement, only playing about 4 or 5 minutes a game.
He's a transfer out of Penn State. Good defense right now.
Shot clock down to 10.
Playing tough on the ball, giving a lot of help to one another. Bruce Weber's got to enjoy this in the studio.
Beeline missed the long three, but the rebound back to the Mountaineers. Ooh, dangerous pass.
Telegraphed it.
Beeline fortunate to get it back, and then he is fouled by Antonio Graves. What a struggle for West Virginia tonight, trailing by 9. Let's go to Dave Refson now for the Sports Center 30-30.
Okay, Dan, multiple news outlets reporting that Wayne Gretzky was recorded on a wiretap within the last month discussing the alleged NHL gambling ring with Coyotes assistant Rick Tocchet. Gretzky was reportedly taped discussing how to keep his wife Janet from being implicated. This runs counter to Gretzky's claims that he knew nothing about this week. Lots more on this story coming up on Sports Center right after the game. Anytime on ESPN News. We'll get you back out to Pittsburgh next.
Game time.
Carl Urban and The Rock. Kill 'em all. With more action than before on the unrated extended edition. Doom. Buy it on DVD today.
Hey, McMillan, you gelling?
I'm gelling and Zinfandel is McMillan.
I'm so happy my eyes are welling.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are so soft, they make your feet feel outrageously comfortable.
I'm gelling. You're so not gelling.
Dr. Scholl's.
I got a business. I got guys. I got trucks. So I got smart.
You'll find that many of the designer suits that we sell for $200 are made with the same quality and care as those that others sell for twice as much, which probably explains why we can sell so many of them, which in turn explains why we can sell them for $200.
100% wool, $200. Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
To contact the store nearest you, call 1-800-776-SUIT.
One chicken dinner. 6 chicks, 6 chicken dinners. 1 is good, 6 is better. Especially for NASCAR Nextel Cup Series racing. Now you can add not just 1, but 6 channels of in-car coverage, plus data, telemetry, and team audio, all with NASCAR in-car, only on digital cable. Order today and save $20. Call now. When it comes to sports, we're on your team.
He caught saying on a wiretap from ESPN.
Welcome back to the Petersen Event Center in Pittsburgh. A rivalry week presented by Cisco Systems along with Dick Vitale. I'm Dan Schulman. 9-point lead for Pitt over West Virginia. Here in the first of 2 regular season meetings. What's at stake? West Virginia's unbeaten in the league. Right on top at 8-0. Pitt home at all this season. And there's the big story. Kevin Pittsnogle, big-time performer for West Virginia, scoreless tonight.
Well, he's 0 for 12, 0 for 6 from the 3. He averages 19.5 a game, shoots 42% from the 3. I mean, it's pretty tough to win on the road when your star comes up empty.
Their other star, Gansey, has started heating up, but he's got a relatively quiet 6. West Virginia has got to find some offense somewhere. And now away from the ball, we have a foul call going against Levon Kendall of Pittsburgh.
In the 9 games where he's had 20 or more points, he's only got 6 tonight. They shot poorly against Marshall when they were upset by the Thunder and Herd. And I'm sure John Calipari's a little nervous. He plays them this week, Marshall. I can hear him telling his team, they beat West Virginia. And West Virginia was undefeated in the Big East, or is undefeated.
You know, in the win over Marquette, both Pittsnogle and Gansey had at least 30 points. Darius Nichols counted and a foul.
Nice drive by Nichols to get that deuce. They shoot 2 against Marshall. As Nichols going to the goal with the left hand. Defense bumps him, goes to the foul line. Hey, I was asking you during the break, can you imagine you don't go to the Big East tournament, yet you get invited to the NIT, and you can win the NIT?
Could happen.
Yeah, Notre Dame's certainly capable.
If you have a 500 record overall, that's all you need to be eligible for the NIT.
Well, I think Louisville certainly is going to get in the tournament out in the Big East. I think they're going to find a way. You know what I like about the NIT? They got a nice committee now. Newton, a Hall of Famer, does a great job. Was the guy responsible hiring Patino and Tubby Smith. Also, Dean Smith. Does it get better than Dean? Now they added Don DeVoe, who will do a great job. Jack Powers. They got a nice group of guys that are going to sit there and make the selections, and I think that's terrific.
The NIT being taken over by the NCAA.
Jack Powers on there.
Yep.
There's that active zone. Trying to attack that baseline against that back guy, a one.
Shooter tonight.
And it was created by the ball going to the baseline, kicking it back out, going inside, outside. Ramon's got a nice touch. Great stroke.
41% from 3 on the season, 4 for 6 from beyond the arc tonight.
Trying to get some separation, but remember last year they were down 12 in this game. Late came back with a 26-2 run to win it.
This is the largest lead of the night for the Panthers. A contested 3 will go.
That was a tough 3. That's what stars do, and he's a star. He made the big 3. A 22-6 run last year was the factor that allowed West Virginia to go back with a win. And they swept them last year, beat them twice.
Beat him in overtime down in Morgantown, to beat him by 4 up here in Pittsburgh.
But made 24 threes in those 2 wins. Take a look at them attacking that zone right now. They're going to bring the ball down to the baseline. There it goes to the baseline. They're going to kick it back out, step up to the open seam, created by the ball going down, and the zone sliding to the basketball.
Gansey now has made at least 1 3 in every game this season. He is one of the leading three-point shooters in the nation at 48%. And if Pittsnoggle's going to be on the bench or ineffective tonight, Gansey might have to take over for the Mountaineers.
Well, they got to get Pittsnogle back on the floor at about the 6-minute mark.
Scoreless and on the bench with 4 fouls. Beeline inside into the traffic, draws the foul, and again the Mountaineers game.
They don't go away, man. They just keep coming at you, clawing and clawing.
4 on Kendall now, Dick.
What a terrific winner this guy's been everywhere he's been. Jim Boeheim recommended him for the Canisius job when he was at Lemoyne. Went to the NCAAs in '96 at Canisius. Got beat by Utah. Pat Forty's story. Had that all documented today on ESPN.com. Was at Richmond, pulled one of the big upsets. A number 14 seed, and they beat South Carolina.
Right. I had an NBA scout tell me a few weeks games, and the 2 coaches he's most impressed with who don't get a lot of attention are John Beeline and Bo Ryan. Those 2 guys really run some great stuff.
Well, Bo Ryan's so underrated, done a phenomenal job so far in the Big Ten. I gave a little roast they had me do tonight for Mr. Ryan. They're going to play at the festivity to honor him in April.
Bruce Weber sitting in our studio tonight knows a thing or 2 about going up against Bo Ryan and the Badgers. Look at his speed. Look at that.
What a great play. I tell you, he's a bit created by the penetration of Krauser.
Sam Young has 6 loud points here tonight.
Southern Sam, man. The Beeline Bombers are really running into a tough defensive perimeter game.
Yet they're only down 7, still with better than 8 minutes to go.
And it's amazing. You knock down a 3 so big. Can't get any open look stuff.
Well, tough D by Pittsburgh as always. Now nearly a turnover. Shot clock under 10.
That was all started with Ben Holland. He developed that sense of pride playing on the defensive side.
Misses a 3. Aaron Gray another rebound. You just can't get around him. He's so big.
Not getting really open looks.
No. They have no inside game to speak of, and Pittsburgh is really pushing out of the perimeter. And here comes Pittsnogle getting ready to check back in. They're going for it now.
After you're on the road. Can't wait much longer.
They'll match up again on a big Monday in a few weeks down in Morgantown here on ESPN. Young a miss, Gansey the rebound.
Gansey's talent. There's so many things. Rebound, pass, can shoot. And we have not seen the real, genuine superstar tonight.
Both he and Pittsnogle being talked about now as potential first-round picks.
Well, I think there's no doubt that Gansey will be one, and certainly Pittsnogle will get an opportunity.
And Gansey, again with that high basketball IQ, nice drive, and he will go to the line when we come back.
Well, you know, Pittsburgh did a great job. There's Mr. Krauser. He dumps it off, and up and away, Mr. Young.
How's business?
We got new cars for our execs. What do you got?
We've got a secure network. We don't have to commute. Check.
Company barbecues?
Secure network. We commingle 24/7.
Yoga. Stress reduction.
Secure network. No stress. Check.
Espresso bar.
Checkmate.
Check.
Confidence. Powered by Cisco.
Chocolate must.
That heart-shaped box of chocolates is everything. They want that big heart box of chocolate. It's important. It means a lot.
Don't give her just any chocolates. Give her Russell Stover chocolates with the famous Russell Stover bow.
I see packages coming in from Shanghai today.
Yeah, Oracle, I know. 200 and 80 from Portland tomorrow morning.
What?
It's UPS. See, now I get a detailed report of all their shipments coming in.
Huh.
I've already notified production and alerted sale.
Can't compete with that.
Yeah, that's why you're being reassigned to accounting. Oh, my stapler.
The next time you put your company's money into software, choose the software that's most likely to return the favor. SAP.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of is presented by Cisco, changing the way people work, live, play, and learn. Innovation powered by Cisco.
Welcome back to the Petersen Event Center here in Pittsburgh. Dan Shulman and Dick Vitale with you. Here's the story for West Virginia, shooting 27%, only 5 for 23 from three-point range, getting out-rebounded by a dozen. Kevin Pittsnoggle hasn't scored, yet amazingly, they're only down 7. The Zoo might be a little bit nervous right now. Pittsnoggle has just Pittsburgh turning it over a lot. Ronald Ramon showing that he's on the brink of stardom the way that he's playing.
Well, you know, he's got the big 16. 21's his career high against Rutgers last year. You know, West Virginia undefeated is one of, right now, you think about Duke, Memphis, George Washington, Penn, Gonzaga, and Bucknell. 7 teams are undefeated in conference play.
That's our game track presented by Cisco Systems. Gansey at the line for West Virginia. Makes the second.
Pittsburgh's got 15 baskets. They got 13 assists. So they're sharing the basketball, moving it against that zone.
And again in the 1-3-1. Beeline coming out to help Gansey up top. This is how they force all these turnovers. Very active in the passing lanes. Fields. Krauser can't get a shot off. Baseline Young. Feed Gray.
Oh, he's got to dunk that.
And he got it back and finished.
Great second effort by Graham. Now he gets a three-point attempt. Should have had the first one with a jam. Doing a great job overloading inside. Really did a great job spreading it out. See right now, go to the clock, move down to the baseline, and then dump it off to the big guy right down the gut.
Dickie V, the other big guy, Kevin Pittsnoggle, just fouled out of the game.
Wow, this is a nightmarish night for Mr. Pittsnoggle. 0 for 12, fouled out.
Pittsburgh recruited him. He thought about Pitt before he went to West Virginia. They'd have loved him if he'd have come here, but when he went to Morganton right now.
Well, they love him tonight. They loved the way before him tonight.
What a rough night for the new Papa.
He's too good. He's too good a player. He will bounce back. He's got to set this one aside mentally. Forget about it. Psychologically, can't let it eat you up. A lot of great players have had bad nights.
Yep. Well, can West Virginia mount a comeback without Pittsnoggle? Even though he's been a non-contributor offensively tonight, has turned the ball over. Can they somehow muster up some offense by Gray?
You know, they were up 15 on Georgetown. They let that game slip away from them, Pittsburgh.
That was on the weekend. Pittsburgh's lost 2 in a row. At UConn by 4. At Georgetown by 3. This is their 3rd consecutive ranked opponent.
Hey, you quickly can really develop a losing streak in this conference. A couple of weeks, you can put 4 in a row in the yellow column.
Air Bear down in the post. The cut by Gansey again.
That's what Gansey does so well. He played out the ball exceptionally well.
And they find each other. Pittsburgh is second in the Big East in assists. West Virginia's first. Fields.
Oh, he got tricked.
Yeah, Hair Bear is called for the foul. Last year, in the 2 games between Pitt and West Virginia, in each game, Pittsburgh had a sizable lead in the second half, and each time West Virginia, Dick, came back to win.
Well, the clock is starting to come down right now, but they're certainly right in this basketball game and have not had their stars perform, have not shot the ball well. That's also a tribute to their defense, forcing a lot of turnovers.
That foul on Hairbear, the 15th foul committed by West Virginia here in the second half. Pittsburgh's already.
And they don't foul.
No.
They don't foul. That's another great asset they have. They don't get you on a foul. Oh, he's tough inside. They cannot handle him inside. He's big. He's getting to the open seam against the 1-3-1. When the guy slides out deep, he is overloaded down in that low box, and he's wide open.
14 now for Aaron Gray. Lead for the Panthers. Nichols steps into a 3, leaves it short. Fields on the run.
Good job defensively in transition, West Virginia. Another strength. When you have a strength, you don't turn the ball over, usually make threes, you really play so well together and share the ball, you got a chance to win.
Krauser, a wild shot.
Missed Beeline. Beeline was wide open for a 3.
Nichols forcing it, and they're going to count that basket.
Wow.
Jamie Dixon cannot believe
I don't believe it either.
Basket.
He got fouled at the NBA with the continuation. I mean, he got fouled way before.
Counted for Nichols, and the foul goes on Gray. That'll be his 3rd. That is a big call in favor of the Mountaineers.
Yeah, that really was a bad call right there, no doubt about it. That foul took place prior to him releasing the basketball.
Nichols to the line, looking for the 3-point play, and once again can get West Virginia back within 5.
Well, all these Pittsburgh people are upset. They weren't upset in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Oh, you know, I got to balance out.
Missed free throw by Nichols. 6-point lead, just over 5 minutes to go.
Come down the stretch now. You got to make free throws count.
And a timeout called by Jamie Dixon. Don't forget that Saturday ESPN has a full afternoon of great college basketball games. It begins in Bloomington, Indiana at noon Eastern. Rivalry week presented by Cisco Systems. The Hoosiers and the Hawkeyes at noon, and then at 2 Eastern, the number 4 ranked team in the country. A City Series winner for St. Joe's traveling to Chicago to take on DePaul. And then tonight, the game you'll be out in Spokane. Number 5 Gonzaga, led by Adam Morrison, taking on the Cardinal of Stanford.
Well, we all can't wait to get out there. I know our guys do a terrific job. Reese Davis does a great job as the point guard. Digger and Jay Billis are the scorers. Morrison and Reddick. What a showdown. Look at these 2 guys. You know what? I think it would be sad if they both weren't Coldplay many years to have it. I mean, it's so unbelievable what they've done. Reddick's been absolutely sensational, but so has Morrison. I can't wait to see him down at Kennel 2. That place is going to be rocking. Andy Katz will be there. Earl Andrews, Brad Nessler.
Another Pittsburgh turnover, Dick. They're letting
the
West
3
Virginia
wide open. Oh, he finally had a wide open look.
Patrick Beeline missed as good a look as he's had tonight. That would have cut it down to 3. Talking to the ref, saying Krauser fouled him.
Transition game, ran right to the open 3-point line.
Now Beeline giving Krauser a little shot away from the ball. No call. Now Krauser's asking for a foul.
Oakland Zoo, they want that. This crowd is really alive, man.
Yeah,
they really get into it.
Krauser, nice feet down low. And Young's going to the line.
They are really hurting that zone in the low box on both sides. They're really doing a great job bringing the ball in there. Jimmy Bush said, come on now, Carl. Let's shoot hoops.
It's getting physical. It's getting chippy. You know, they didn't make up that name backyard brawl. They've had 100 years of going at one another.
You know, communication's important, and having a team communicate with each other. It's also important for the officials. And that's what I like what Jimmy Burr's doing. He's communicating out there. He had the North Carolina Duke game as well.
Young at the line, a 6'6" freshman out of Clinton, Maryland. Perhaps the biggest prize in this talented freshman class for Pittsburgh. This is the first as we check out some of the physical play. Watch.
Oh, yeah, get a little physical right there. He thought he got away with one, and he did.
Look at all the referees in the first row to our left trying to help out the officials.
And they were right.
Young makes 1 of 2. All 7 of his points coming in the second half. Gray will sit down now for Pittsburgh.
Sit out for a minute, get a little rest, bring Kendall in, go a little smaller. But Young's a great jumper.
For those who may just be tuning in, you were fouled out of this game.
He's fouled out of the game, was 0 for 12.
Did not score a point. Hair Bear, left-handed layup, 5-point game. Timeout, Mountaineers.
What a terrific drive by Hair Bear. He's just a winner. He's a coach's dream, a kid that does all the little things, passes really well. He's been Mr. Consistency, 117 consecutive starts.
And a 4.0 student as well.
Yeah, never got a B.
Political sign. Never got a B in his life.
Wow, never got a B. Wow. He's got a 4.0, just like I did. 1.0 as a freshman, 1.0 as a sophomore.
Beeline told us the amazing thing is he plays a month every year for the German national team, so he misses a month of school, and he's still never gotten a B.
I tell you, thinking of Mountaineers, I think of Jerry West, one of the greatest players of all time. I will never forget. Here's a great story. Rod Hundley told a story at a banquet. He said when he was a senior and Mr. West was a freshman, he sent one of his cronies to go get that freshman. He brought him up to his room, and he looked at him and he says, son, I want you to know something. See that building you're going to play in? That's paid for half by me, my friend, by the job I've done here. So don't forget it. Later, Jerry West is in a layup line along with the Lakers, and Mr. Hundley's in the line. He tapped him on the shoulder. He says, Hot Rod, remember that building? It was half paid by you. Well, they paid for that one, and they paid for another one after I left.
You know what? He was right. He was right.
Jerry was special.
One of the greats of all time. West Virginia's got a great legacy of basketball. How about some great NBA action coming up tomorrow night? First on ESPN HD at 7:30 Eastern. Tim Duncan and the Spurs taking on Vince Carter with the Nets, and then the late game, it's Dirk Nowitzki and the red-hot Mavs against Nuggets. A great doubleheader of NBA action tomorrow right here on ESPN. Kevin Pittsnoggle, not his night. Scoreless tonight, fouled out. Can West Virginia somehow mount a comeback without him?
Well, their low total so far this year was against the Thunder and Herd. They put 52 on the board against them.
Second year in a row, Marshall defeated West Virginia.
John Calipari better watch out. He's got a date with them this weekend.
West Virginia's won 15 of 6. Only lost to Marshall. Jump hook by Gray.
Well, as he improved. He was a bit player. He's no longer a bit player. He's a double-double guy. Aaron Gray is his name. And I love to see those kids that listen to coaches and get better and better and better.
Having to defend Frank Young, the pull-up jumper. Not there for Young. And the rebound for Sam Young of Pittsburgh.
Beeline Bombers having a tough time shooting the three. This is a physical, tough Pittsburgh team. I don't think many people would have thought at 17-3 at this moment.
No, they were certainly picked to finish lower in the Big East, as was West Virginia. Yeah, Pittsburgh was picked to finish 7th. Nice cut by Ramon. And Gansey almost knocked it into his own basket before it bounced out to him.
Should have used his left hand going to that side of the floor.
Young in the air ball on the 3, and a timeout called by Hair Bear.
That situation right there, Ramon should have used the left hand coming down that lane. Going away, trying to use the right.
Dick, if Pittsburgh wins this game, then West Virginia suffers its first loss in the conference. No Big East team has ever run the table and been perfect in a Big East play. The Mountaineers are 8-0 right now. Well, these teams, as we've mentioned, have been playing for 100 years. They've met now 169 times. This is back in 1999. Jared Kearse at the line, ties it with a free throw for West Virginia. Down at the other end, Ricardo Greer with the 69. West Virginia 67.
Wow.
Ralph Willard, now the coach of Holy Cross, and at the old Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, the prior home of the Pitt Panthers. Amazingly, again, this is the first time the two teams have met when they've been ranked. Last year, Pitt had leads in both and gave it up in both, and West Virginia won both games. Can the Mountaineers do it again?
It's hard to believe it's the first time that both clubs have been ranked. Amazing all those years.
They've just been good at different times. Hairs it up and in.
That's a terrific move. What a spin move in the lane. Attacking the basket, going a little full court pressure. Coming out of the zone.
They're only down 5, 2.5 to go. Kendall has returned now for Pittsburgh. Gray's gone to the bench.
Trying to play a little man-to-man right now. Came out of that 1-3-1 zone.
Timeout taken by Jamie Dixon. He wants to get Gray right back into the game. Gray was really asserting himself, especially since Pittsnoggle fouled out.
You know, it's hard to buy the shot clock. Teams are scoring in the 40s here. I mean, this is old-fashioned basketball back years ago in terms of when you see teams not able to score. Defenses have gotten so much more sophisticated.
Yep.
The scouting, the analysis.
And what's at stake here, it is tightly bunched at the top of the Big East. West Virginia is the leader right now in the Big East. Connecticut and Villanova, who will meet Monday here on ESPN, a half game back. Georgetown playing as well as anybody. And then Pittsburgh and Seton Hall tied for 5th.
Well, you know, I just took so much heat, so many articles about potential guys that are going to come after that job, and I thought it was so unfair. Let the guy at least coach and finish the year. And all he's done is roll up his sleeves and done a great job.
Boy, sure looks strange to see teams like Syracuse, Louisville, and Notre Dame in the bottom half of the league standings, but that's how tough and deep the Big East is this year.
Well, you know, Providence has won 4 of their last 6.
Young got fouled. Timeout on the line when we come back. The backyard brawl heads into the stretch drive. Can the Panthers hang on for another home court win over their arch rivals from Morgantown?
What are they on the 3 right now?
First Valentine's dinner?
Definitely. Ta-da. Oh, he's good.
Every diamond at Kay Jewelers is hand-selected to match beautifully. She'll absolutely love them.
Remember when we were like that?
I sure do.
Every kiss begins with K.
Till I can get my satisfaction.
Investing is about knowing the waters and where the real risks are. At T. Rowe Price, we navigate the market with discipline, relying on experience and our own independent research. For each 1, 5, and 10-year period, 70% of our funds beat their Lipper average. Low-cost mutual funds from T. Rowe Price. Request a complete prospectus or profile with investment objectives, risks, fees, expenses, and other information to read and consider carefully before investing.
Hello, my name is Violet. I was born into a world you may not understand. The government lab discovered a virus to create faster and stronger soldiers. We became a threat.
I want them hunted down and killed.
Those of us that survived extinction started fighting back. Come
Ultraviolet. Rated PG-13. In theaters March 3rd.
Together, this tiny toiletry team might only free up enough space in your luggage for an extra sock roll. But this is not about efficiency. This is about making a statement. You're here to tell the world, I am going on vacation. And I've got the travel-sized toothbrush with the handle that's also a protective cap to prove it. Welcome to my opening ceremony. Expedia.
Dave Repson in our SportsCenter in-game studios. Good finish between Arizona and Oregon. Wildcats in desperate need of a win. Ivan Radenovic trying to put him up by 3, misses the free throw. Aaron Brooks with the heave, doesn't go. And the Wildcats snap a 3-game skid. Oregon loses its 5th in a row, 70-68 the final. And it's over between Georgetown and St. John. Their 7th in a row, 64-41 the final in that one, Dan.
Dave, Georgetown playing some great basketball. 8-2 now in the Big East. Virginia's 8-0, but they're in trouble. Down 5. 2:17 to go here in Pittsburgh. Sam Young at the line. 71% free throw shooter on the season.
You know, despite 19 turnovers, that's what's kept also West Virginia in a game, despite shooting 5 for 26 from the 3. Remember this, their last 3 games, they made 33 threes. Tonight, they've made 5.
They make better than 10 threes per game, but they're just 5 for 26 tonight.
This is a crucial possession right here. This is the most important possession right now for West Virginia. They got to put points on the board here.
Hair Bear, a deep 2 will go, and it's down to 5.
He's made some good plays late in the game. Should have been a little bit aware of where that 3-point line was.
Under 2 minutes to go. Levance Fields, the freshman, out there along with Ramon and
he's going to get down and making some free throws, protecting the basketball. Taking some time off the clock. Clock management so vital at the end of the game. That's why they got the 3 guards on the floor. 3 good handlers. Spread the court. Don't allow them to double up. Get good spacing. 15, 17 apart.
Ramon, shot clock at 5. Kendall from 17.
15.2 over the first 3 months of the season.
Sort of putting a bow on this here. So much talk, as Michelle pointed out, about those Pistons and how quick they started, and very quietly, as is their sort of MO. The Spurs, the second team, the first 50. Detroit did it as well. Only the third NBA season in history in which two teams won 40 of their first 50. The previous two involved the Celtics and 76ers during the 84-85 and 80-81 campaigns.
When Jeff Burton moved from Roush Racing,
they are really attacking the perimeter shooters. They're not giving you any look whatsoever, Pittsburgh.
Frank Young on the penetration, lays it into the left hand, three-point game.
And that's created because the defense, that now you've got to put it to the deck and you've got to attack the basket off the dribble.
Into the final minute, and a timeout taken by Jamie Dixon with 59 seconds to go, and Pitt's lead dwindling down to 3.
John Beilein just totally amazes me how he keeps his club in the game, shooting so poorly. A lot of clubs would have rolled over.
Rivalry Week presented by Cisco Systems, coming to you from the sold-out Petersen Event Center here on the campus of the University of Pittsburgh. Dan Schulman and Dick Vitale with you. The backyard brawl, the 106th between West Virginia and Pittsburgh. Sports Center is coming up next year on ESPN. Pittsnoggles fouled out. Gansey can't get open, so Joe Hairbear is starting to take over.
Hairbear has made some great plays. There's the drive. Good fake that created the driving opportunity. There he is, taking the ball up strong to the basket, and then he shoots the jump shot a half a foot inside that line.
Now the 9.2 in the game, 29 on the shot clock. Pittsburgh basketball. Gray has returned for the Panthers.
They got a tough date their next game when you talk West Virginia after this one. Georgetown.
That's right, going to Georgetown and then to Seton Hall Sunday, Tuesday.
Two hot teams, one won 7 in a row, another one has 6 in a row. Georgetown won their 7 tonight.
Beats St. John's handily.
They're spreading the clock. Taking some time off that clock.
It'll be Krauser.
That's a big-time move. That's a big-time move. Put points on the board. Now you don't want to foul. You don't want to stop the clock.
Krauser is a great end-of-game player, not afraid to make plays. Hairbear for 3.
Got a charge.
Yeah.
Illegal screen.
Yeah, forget the shot. It was Frank Young, after he released the pass, called for the offensive foul.
Tried to set a screen, and there he is, gets nailed by Jim Burr. On the offensive side, spread the court, little one-on-one, beat you off the dribble, shake and bake like he did in the playground. As the bench loves it. They jump with joy.
So Pittsburgh has the ball back, and now West Virginia's got a foul. Krauser's going to go to the line.
West Virginia's low this year is 52, and that wasn't a loss to Marshall. Right now they're at 48.
Pittsburgh with a win here, but to go to 7-3 in a Big East play. They're home to Cincinnati, then a little road trip to Providence and Marquette. And again, the rematch, a big Monday rematch down in Morgantown in a few weeks.
Well, you know, it's getting really jitty. They're right now sitting in a situation, 14 consecutive years to the NCAA. They got a win over Louisville, but they've been struggling a little bit.
Again, the official, Doug Shows, goes over and talks to Patrick Beilein, as again, Beilein and Krauser getting involved with one another after Krauser's free throw.
Krauser can get the last laugh. Just make them count.
And he does.
Really good at the end of the game, as you said, Dan.
All of his points tonight in the second half.
A lot of guys like to get away from the ball late. He wants it.
Collins inside, swatted away by Kendall, but a foul call, I believe, is going to go against Krauser. And it will.
Yes, you don't want to stop the clock. You're in command right now. You don't want to stop the clock. There's the block. Contact prior to that.
Krauser called for the foul with the body. Collins looked like he hurt his thing, but he'll go to the line for 2.
These are must. You got to make these count.
The Oakland Zoo really stepping it up a notch, smelling the victory right now.
Tough to win when your star sitting on the sideline goes 0 for 12, averaging 19.5 a game. Mr. Pittsnogle had a disastrous game today. He's got to bounce back against Georgetown. He's too good.
5-point game, 20 seconds to go.
Another full court trap here. Steal. If you don't, you got to put him on a foul line. It's been said so many times over the years. At the end of the game, Yes, sir. There it is. Go to the line.
And it'll be Krauser going to the line again. Yep. Doesn't put him off at all. Look at the remaining schedule for West Virginia. They've got a lot of road games. They go to Syracuse. They go to Georgetown. They got a tough schedule.
Oh, every game is such a battle. There's no cupcake. Give me a cupcake there. Where's the cupcake?
Nothing.
Show me a cupcake.
Nothing.
There aren't any cupcakes. There's no Hostess cupcakes. I'll get a few tonight when I fly on a plane. But Howie
Sports Center coming up next with Neil Everett and Scott Van Pelt as soon as this one is over. And Krauser trying to nail it down right here.
Oh, Scott's jumping with joy. The Maryland woman beat North Carolina. His Terps won the other day. Gary Williams, we salute him. He's now the all-time winner at Maryland. You talk about a guy, his heart, his soul, his spirit into every game.
1-2 for Krauser. The X signal for his pals back in the Bronx. 6-point lead.
Guys in New York.
The tip isn't good. Sam Young comes down with a rebound.
I'm going to get out of here with the W, baby. Pittsburgh's going to celebrate end the two-game stride against West Virginia last year. The Oakland Zoo is celebrating. It's been great times in the city of Pittsburgh, a beautiful city.
Been a big week here in the Steel Town.
They stole my line. It's awesome,
yeah, you autographed it.
I autographed it?
It's your signature on it, unless somebody's forging it.
That's mine.
Pittsburgh will avenge a couple of defeats to West Virginia from last year, and don't miss the rematch. Big Monday, February 27th, down in Morgantown.
18-3. You know, win streaks at home have been snapped recently. Please don't hear this, Bruce. Please don't hear it, Bruce Weber. We had Illinois 33 go down against Penn State. Southern Illinois went down to 33. New Mexico went down to 21. And the great Kelly and company and Dave Odom got a big win. But South Carolina beat them twice this year.
But this will extend Pittsburgh's home court winning streak to 14, even with that 3 by Beeline under a second to go. 4-point lead. This baby's over.
Well, we go down now. We go to the kennel out there in Spokane. 35 in a row. Mr. Morrison. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful night. Orange game.
And that's a part of continuing coverage of Rivalry Week presented by Cisco Systems. Major game of the Big Ten coming up at noon Eastern on Saturday to take on a struggling Indiana team. Villanova's at DePaul at 2 Eastern. And then the game that Dick was talking about out in Spokane at the new kennel, 9 o'clock Eastern, Saturday night. Matt Harrius and Stanford take it on Adam Morrison and the Zags. Should be a great one Saturday night.
Can't wait to see Adam Morrison down there. Place to be rocking and rolling. Mr. Pittsnoggle, not a happy guy, but certainly he will bounce back. He's had a terrific year, averaging 19 points a game.
Inbounds all over. Pittsburgh defeats West Virginia 57-53, handing the Mountaineers their first loss in conference play this year. Pitt's home court winning streak is now 14. Coming up next here on ESPN, Neil Everett, Scott Van Pelt have Sports Center for you. Turn over to ESPN News for post-game extra. They'll meet again in a few weeks down into Morgantown. Another edition of the Backyard Brawl. This one goes to Carl and the Panthers. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide.
Quan's replaced time. What's she going through right now, trying to get over here?
I talked to the Hughes family, John Hughes, and of course they've been through this before with Sarah in Salt Lake City. The whole family is going to come here, including Sarah Hughes, the gold medalist, and they're just saying that they thought that the World Championships, which is what Emily was destined to go to next month in Calgary, was going to be the big thing. And now they said it's an even greater thing that Emily has. They're thrilled, jumping up and down, and of course excited for another Olympics.
Now, having said all that, how well is she expected to do here?
I think a top 10 finish would be great for Emily, her first big international event. No way for a medal, and probably, you know, somewhere between, say, 6th, 7th, and 8th, all the way down to 12th.
All right, thanks, Christine. We will see how she does. The ladies figure skating competition begins on February 21st. Back to you guys in the studio.
Lisa, Christine, thank you. Well, Michelle Kwan's Olympic run certainly hasn't lived up to expectations. A silver at Nagano in '98, bronze in 2002, and now a withdrawal. No stranger to being replaced, though. Back in '94, she qualified for Lillehammer, only Oregon.
John Thompson III dusting off the glory that his father established at Georgetown. They're on a 7-game winning streak in the polls this late in the season. 5 years, 8-2 in the Big East for the first time since 95-96, which is the last year Allen Iverson was running around M Street. Don't forget as well, they also knocked off the #1 team for the first time since they wore those sweet Nike Terminators. Taking on West Virginia, the Mountaineers won the battle up in Morgantown. They just lost their first Big East game, so JT3's team was in for a scrap. Ashanti Cook to Darrell Owen. They run that great backdoor offense at Georgetown. Georgetown, though, down 4 early. Hoya's defense playing well. Brandon Bump. And there's the sweet reverse finish. He had 15. Darrell Owen gets a dunk of his own here, and Georgetown has a comfortable 8-point lead, and then we head to the second half. Kevin Pittsnagel was shut out in his last game. Didn't score. Big boy's got range, and he busts out. Give me all 3 of these. He had 25. West Virginia on the comeback trail. If it wasn't for Jeff Green, Georgetown would have got run out of the building. He had 14 points in the second half. Georgetown only had 19. Other than Green, sweet dunk. The rest of his team from the floor. Pittsnagel, they backdoor it too. Watching Thompson and Beeline's teams play, a lot of fun. Pittsnagel, 10 of 15 from the floor. One more time, Pittsnagel. There he is, biggest guy in the court. How can you lose him? West Virginia goes on a 40-19 run in the second half, closes the game on a 15-5 run. They sweep the Hoyas this year.
Number 9, Illinois, looking for a little payback against number 17, Ohio State, who ended their perfect run nearly a year ago. Jaquel Foster spent some time working from long range on Sunday. However, it's clear they are very good. Well, I'll tell you, Foster sure was. He just didn't quit. 5 for 5 from 3 in the first half, and the Buckeyes were up 11 at the break. In the second half, Jamar Butler for 3, Buckeyes up 14. Then watch this. Foster runs into the pick set by Brian Randall, bit shaken up, has some issues with his nose. He's going to have to leave for a bit to stop the bleeding. He'll be back. Buckeyes up 9 now. Watch Terrence Dials. Sets a screen, then rolls to the back. Buckeyes up 11. 13-point game now. Foster, bloody nose fixed. Working from long range yet again. Drops 18, and the Buckeyes win it 69-53. Ohio State tied with Iowa in the loss column in the Big Ten standings. Iowa has played 1 more game. Illinois drops to a tie for 4th. Now, Iowa hosts Michigan State on Tuesday night at 9 Eastern right here on ESPN.
Sammy Sosa seriously considering retiring from baseball instead of a source close to the player told ESPNDeportes.com. Said the source, and I quote, "Sammy doesn't think of himself as someone who has to beg for a spot on a big league roster," end quote. Somehow I have a feeling he's going to show up somewhere because he's only 12 home runs shy of 600. Well, if you're sitting in the Northeast in the middle of the blizzard, you probably don't have to be bribed to watch highlights from the Pro Bowl. It's Hawaii, it's football, but Peyton Manning may not be digging the highlights. And speaking of Peyton, a one-on-one. Does he think he betrayed his teammates with his punts?
I've never done that in my career. I never will do that, and I sure didn't do it that day.
The best golf in the world, the 2006 PGA Tour on ESPN.
Load it up, hook it up, and don't look back. The 2006 Chevy Silverado half-ton crew carries more payload and generates more torque than crew cabs from either Ford or Dodge. Don't just stand there, haul something. Silverado from Chevy. Long live the truck.
This Valentine's Day, your blood will pump, your breath will quicken, your heart will pound. Oh yes, there will be blood. Saw 2 on DVD. Make it a Valentine's Day to remember.
Whoops.
With the Emerald Club, choose your own car and get an e-receipt. National. Green means go. 6 Steves. 1 walk-on spot.
That's right.
Night School. Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Premieres February 19th.
Starting a new garden doesn't have to be back-breaking. Not when you have the Mantis Tiller Cultivator. It does all the hard work for you.
No one to play with. Play online at partypoker.net, the world's largest poker school. More players, more tables, more winners. Sign up now to partypoker.net, the best place to learn how to win.
All right, okay.
The Golf Channel, Tuesday nights. Beyond the beauty of paradise lies a dramatic golf competition like no other. The PGA Tour are on the line, but this is the big break, and it's perform under pressure or go home. Who will thrive under pressure? Who will falter when it matters most? Watch the thrilling new season of the Big Break 5, Hawaii. Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Golf Channel.
Appearance starting for the AFC. First quarter, no score. Matt Hasselbeck looking deep. Theme of the day, interceptions. He throws it directly inside the 45-yard line. Now, good news, bad news for Peyton. He's been to the Pro Bowl enough to throw 3 picks in this one and tie Dan Fouts with 8, which is the most for anybody in their career. But he does throw this great touchdown pass. Chris Chambers, wonderful grab. Somebody get Neil Everett on the phone. Apparently it's raining in Hawaii. I don't think that's supposed to happen. 7-0 AFC. Second quarter, NFC down 7-0. Michael Vick doing what he does, making you scratch your head. Escapes, chucks it up, and Larry, unbelievable grab. One more look. After Vick avoided the trouble, Fitzgerald makes the catch, leads to a field goal at 7-3 AFC. Third quarter, it's 10-10. Theme of the day, interceptions. Okay, the sun is out in Hawaii. All is well with the world, especially for Derek Brooks. Makes a spectacular return. Look at big fella, double nickels, breaking it off and landed behind him, takes it to the paint. He was the Pro Bowl MVP, 17-10 NFC. Late fourth quarter, Steve McNair throws deep to Rod Smith. It's a frightening moment. Guys don't want to see anybody get hurt. Concessions are made to try to avoid that, but Smith down on the field and frightening from a time after he gets drilled in the back by Roy Williams. But thankfully, Rod Smith gets up, walks off under his own power, and the NFC wins 23-17. Well, it was all supposed to be different this year for the Indianapolis Colts, and it was. They flirted with history, made a run at the undefeated Dolphins of 1972, and though they finally lost after 13 consecutive wins, the road to the Super Bowl went through Indianapolis, and the Steelers took it. A painfully familiar finish for the Colts, and Peyton Manning, who spoke with Chris Mortensen about the disappointing end of his running mates, will be back for the next.
Vanderjagt kick is on its way. That kick is long enough, high enough, and it's no good. He missed it. No good. Oh, man.
Every player on the Colts team has to deal with a 13-0 season, and then all of a sudden hits a dead end in that playoff lock. How do you lick your wounds from?
Well, you have to learn from it. You have to get over it and learn from it. Certainly, we're disappointed. It's going to make us work harder and be hungrier and try to get it done the next year. Everybody wants a one-word answer and wants a kind of a catchy phrase that can sum up our season and our career. I just don't have that. I just know that they outplayed us that day. They won the game, and we have to learn from it and be better for it, and I believe that we will.
In the divisional loss to the Steelers, Peyton Manning was sacked 5 times. Following that game, Manning said, quote, "Let's just say we had some problems with protection." The comment drew widespread criticism.
Did it caught heat for saying that you threw your teammates under the bus?
Well, I guess it did a little bit, just because that's not what I did. I was perceived to do something that I just didn't do. Perceived to put the blame or hat on somebody else. I've never done that in my career. I never will do that, and I sure didn't do it that day. I've always been accountable and accessible for interviews. I've always done my press conference or answered my questions after games, win, lose. I tried to use 5 safe words that day, but by saying what I said it and didn't think twice about it, and then next thing you know, it's a big blown up deal. But it's over with now. I'm getting tan over here in Hawaii. I'm having a good time, and it's a non-issue.
When do you think you will be truly refreshed, rejuvenated, ready to go for the 2006 season?
You know, I think it's important to use the month of February and March to get recharged, to put 2005 season behind